Hello everyone, my name is Jarek from Genius Gecko, and this is the second video of a series that is meant to present to you a very interesting tool for project management and execution called Planless. You may remember that last time I've shown you how Planless automatically creates plan for the project. This consisted of creating a schedule and assigning users who are best suited to deliver a task. Today we'll look a bit more into details of how Planless help you to manage resources and what added value it provides. So each task has a skill assigned, so it allows us to define what kind of skill is required for the task to be delivered. Obviously, different companies, even different projects may want to use different set of skills. Fortunately, Planless allows us to, first of all, define the set of skills and group them into groups. And secondly, we can assign these skills to particular users. So let's have a look how it looks like. So at the moment, Jarek has assigned management skill. On the other hand, Emma has two other skills, backend and frontend. We can also set a skill level, but we'll discuss what it does in a moment. Other things that we have on the user level are availability. So we are able to define for each user in which hours this person is available. So basically, what amount of time per day this person is working. We can also define an extra hours for some additional work that has to be performed. For example, in software developer companies, very often there are releases on the weekends. Normally, weekend would be a non-working day, so we wouldn't have anything here, but this is an extra working day, so we are able to add it here separately as one-time event. We can add days off, and some other things that we won't cover fully now. So the moment we have skills defined on the user level, Planless will know that this user is able to perform tickets that have these skills assigned. This, I think, is pretty straightforward. So let's have a look at workload tab. So here we can see a list of all the users together with the information what is their use to say so. So basically here on the Emma, we see that on 29th, Emma is basically fully allocated, even more than fully, because I added some extra working days, extra working hours on 29. So basically at the moment, Emma has planned 10 hours out of 10 hours available on 29. On the other hand, on 28, at the moment, it's around 50%, so Emma is not fully allocated. By the way, you can see here 30 non-working day. This is one of the days that on Emma was set as non-working days. I will quickly show you this. Days off, yep, 30. Emma has one day off, so Planless does not assign any work to Emma for this particular period. Let's get back to workload and let's see. So we can see who is fully committed to work and who has some capacity. So we can see that, for example, Jarek at the moment has some allocation for today, but next days, yeah, he's basically has no work allocated. We can drill into the details to see what exactly is allocated or assigned to each specific user, what is planned for each specific days. So here we can see issues on the timeline, and this is information similar to what we've seen on the Gantt chart, displayed in a bit different way. So basically we can see that these 2 days, 29 and 3rd, Emma is working only on one task, developing front end, but basically she's fully committed to this. It fully takes her time. On the other hand, James has no tasks assigned for next week, so probably we should look into this. So you need to remember that by default, all these tasks are assigned automatically. So if we'll put a proper skill on the task will get assigned to correct user, and Planless will always try to make sure that users are fully allocated. That means that if a user will have no tasks assigned and has proper skill, Planless will plan the task so that the user is fully committed to this, and probably it will be shorter than compared to the case where user already has some multiple tasks assigned, but is not yet fully committed to this. So there is a pretty complex set of rules and automation that tries to balance the priority of a task, how much users with certain skill have time, and when the task should be ended. Okay, but I mentioned some things in this video and in previous one. So we have the effort, we have the skill required to do this task, and user with a skill. But now we also have a level of a skill on the user level, what it does. So basically, if we'll get back to the resources, to the members, we can see that at the moment Emma, both of her skills are at level 5. This basically means that this is a normal level of a skill. Emma is not super good at this, but also not a beginner. And all the work that is assigned to her will basically be assumed that she will do this at a standard pace. If a task will be estimated for 8 hours, Planless will consider that it will take 8 hours of Emma's time to do the work. On the other hand, if we would increase the skill level, Planless would understand it as Emma is very good at this specific skill, and probably she will do the task faster. So let's have a look, an example of one of the tasks. So we have a task, develop front end. Let's look at the details of this task. The skill required for this task is a front end, and at the moment task starts at 28th and ends at 4th. So let's have a look what happens if we increase the skill on Emma. So basically we will tell Planless that Emma is very good at front end. Yep. Now she has a skill level of 10. Let's go into workload. And you can see that now develop front end got way shorter. So basically it's 2 days shorter because Planless understands that Emma is very good and probably will do the task sooner. So again, when Planless does the planning and assignment of a work, it takes into consideration when tasks should be finished. And then from the people that have the particular skill needed to do the task, it tries to pick the one who is able to do the work on time. But what exactly the 10 and the 1 mean? What's the range? So basically for 5 I mentioned that if task will be estimated for 8 hours, it will take, or Planless will consider it 1 day job. In case of 10, Planless will consider that this person is able to do the task twice as fast as normally. So basically, task estimated for 8 hours will take only 4 hours for this person. On the other hand, if Emma would be a 1 on front end, then the task would take twice as long as estimated, so basically 16 hours or 2 days. So that you see there is a range that you can manipulate, and basically I would suggest in general to start probably with everyone from 5, get to know how Planless works, how it plans, and with time, when you see that people, for example, are delivering certain tasks with certain skill assigned faster, you could start playing around and increase the value or decrease it if the person is slower step by step. to properly reflect how good are people with delivering tasks that require certain skill. So yeah, I think that at the beginning, these skills, the level setting of a skill can be pretty hard. But I think that with that kind of step-by-step approach, it helps with planning a lot, because I think that this is the most occurring problem when you're doing the planning. You actually do the planning, and then it turns out that the plan is not being delivered as it was intended, because it takes more time to a person to deliver the task that it was planned initially, because this person just lacked the skills. And here we can reflect it somehow in a way and have a more realistic plan. Okay, what else? I've mentioned about 3 days and additional working days. Let's actually add additional working day to Emma and see what happens, or actually additional working hours. So let's have a look at workload for a moment. So we can see that Emma has 3 days in a row that are non-working. There are 2 weekend days and 1 day that I added as a additional or as a holiday. So let's go into settings, or maybe let's for a moment return here so we can see. Let's just take a look at what is happening here. So we have develop front end ending at 4th, and at 4th also update landing page is being started. So let's go into the setting, members again, Emma, and add extra hours. So we wanted to add this on the 1st. It was 2nd day of 3 non-working days for her. And yeah, let's say that this is simply 8 hours. So adding extra hours. And let's have a look at workload now. Yeah, so you can see that we added 1 day here. So basically the end of a develop front end moved 1 day, and start of updating landing page moved 1 day, because basically there is 1 additional working day here. So yeah, Planless is able to handle extra working days, holidays, and non-standard workload plan. So basically, if someone is working only half time, and we can set it here in availability, this person, well, basically we can reflect that if just by putting 4 hours per day here. Okay, overall, I think that the skills and possibility of setting different levels for each separate person for these skills is very interesting tool. It works very closely with what I've shown in the first video. So it's basically the same mechanism that allows us to create a timeline of a project, with the skill mechanism that allows Planless to define how much time it will take each individual person to deliver a task. And both of these, in my view, help a lot with, first of all, quickly creating a sound plan, and secondly, creating a plan that actually reflects reality. It is not something that we just wish will happen. It has some basis to actually happen and be executed how we would wish it to be executed.
And that, my dear friend, was Planless, a tool that we are really fascinated with when it comes to automated resource management. We are Planless partners, and we help customers get trained and get comfortable with the tool. We also sell licenses to this tool with a discount. So if you're looking for any kind of services around this tool, maybe also just to talk about whether this tool is good for you or not, or maybe if there are any other good opportunities that would match your requirements, let us know. All the important information will be available to you in the description of this video down below. Thanks a lot for watching. We appreciate you, and see you in one of the next videos, hopefully.